Okay, today is the 20th lecture. We're halfway through with HCM so far. So what we're going to see today is personal actions. And since there are many actions an end user has to perform, so we have to arrange and align those actions using infotypes. Infotypes that conform to the business requirement, business process of the client. For example, if you're hiring, okay, that is one action. Promoting is another action. Transferring is yet another action. So these actions are basically listed and aligned and configured for a customer, for a business, for an industry, for a company. And how do we do that? Let's go to personal management, personal admin, customizing procedures. Okay, Spiero. Personal management, personal admin. Personal management, personal admin, customizing procedures, actions defined into groups, user group dependency on menus and info groups, list of info types have to be displayed. Okay, so this is the dependency we are going to create for the company, for the user. To have a look. Okay, new entries, menu TA, text action, target, actions, target, user dependency is checkbox. Okay, so we must have number 88. Okay, we have flag communication, tax exemption. Okay. And what is the number that we can use right now is hiding. Okay, actions, target, user group 88. So we have 99. And we have user dependency also. Let me just check if some definition is here for the companies. Okay, Caltex, we have CH00. This is what we have already done. 88CX. Okay. And we can I'll just take a snapshot so that okay. Caltex hiring. Okay. So in this way, we will have a track. Okay. Info group TA. Caltex hiring. CX. Menu TA. Text actions target. Actions called text. Okay. User dependency checkbox is there. Reference is 88. Okay, let's go back. User group 88. Info group. Come on. Okay, info group. We select info group. We've already made an info group. Basically, what we are doing is aligning the actions. And the info group should be Caltex because we're using Caltex right now. And okay, the server is slow for some reason. Okay, action Caltex. User group is 88, serial 01, operation insert, info type tetra 0. Okay, so we have actions, info types, organizational assignment, personal data, addresses, planned working time, bank details. All of these info types are given here. Why are we doing this? Because the company, whenever the end user from the HR side will open SAP, he will have these actions usable for his execution and delivery of his job duties, because this is the set of processes that the company requires to be executed. So it's different from company to company. That is the beauty of HCM, that you can align different info types together all together, because every company will have a different set of info types priorities. Okay, that's what makes HCM unique. Okay, we've already done this. Number 3, SPRO, actions, set up personal actions, personal action types. Okay, SPRO, personal actions, set up personal actions, personal action types, and action type is TA, and in our case it will be Caltex. Name of action type, actions target, that we've already set, and position CX. Okay, function character, this is one initial hiring, function character, initial hiring. And then we have customer status 3. What is 3? Let's check into F1, that is the help. Okay, customer defined, not used in standard. You can use the indicator according to your requirements. 2 is employment, employee not with company, employment with company but inactive, employment, employee with company but as retiree, employee active in company. So there are 3 segments. Okay, special payment, employment, and customer defined. And special payment is basically relevant for Austria and Spain. Okay. Anyways, okay, customer is, sorry, employee is active, special status empty, check is empty. P checked, P sub areas checked, employee groups checked, employee subgroups checked. So this is relevant for all of these areas. Okay, info group that we have defined in the last step in the previous screen. Okay. Date modifier, it's empty. Then we have update first action type, and U is additional action type. So we're keeping it default, country reassignment for expats. Okay. So we're keeping it default. And what are U0 when executing an action? So this is the principal info type that pulls in all the other info types, is used to define whether personal action type should be stored in action info type, because this is the central or the main, we can call it the HQ of info types, that it pulls all the other info types. Okay. Next is, and now these are very small points, but these are important to understand. These can be asked during an interview. Update info type 0302 and executing an action defines whether the personal action type is stored in additional action. Now, some info types would be complementary for the personnel, for the hiring department, for the HR department, for the company. So some complementary, like for example, if a person is on probation, he will not be entitled to any travel allowance. But once he gets permanent, that travel allowance or telephone allowance will be allowed, and that allowance could be complementary, not because not everyone will be entitled to telephone expenses even after permanent, because of the nature of their roles. Okay, I hope you get the point. It's pretty interesting to understand. Okay, reason 02, actions create reason for personal actions. Create reasons for personal actions. Okay, new entries action type TA, reason 02, name of reason action. Hiring, action type TA, reason 04, name of reason termination. Okay, TA6 will be relocation. Action, hiring. Okay, now we have different kinds of actions here which fall under hiring, like expansion, substitution. Under assignment, we have job conversion, temporary to regular, company code change, cost center change. So these are the processes that you will align. Now for leaving, we have resignation, dismissal. Okay, 02 is hiring. So 02 is organizational reassignment. So what we can do is 01 is for hiring. 04, we don't have 04. Okay, new entries. 04. Okay, F12. Okay, so we have sub reason, action, and then sub action. Okay, we have sub action, reason 04, action, and reason. Okay, let's keep it 02. This is hiring. Action type, we must have something CX. Okay, CX actions 02, 04, 06. We've already made this, which is good. Okay. Change actions, change actions menu. Actions, change action menu. User group dependency, check around for actions menu. Dependency. Actions, user dependency, reaction, reference. Okay, we have to. Reference will be 88. 01, user group, 88. Menu, 01. Check around for actions menu, reaction, reference 88, ENW. What is this defined as? User group use number 01 action TRTA. ER is not here. Let's keep it empty for now. Okay. User group 88, number 01, action TRTA, and actions caltex already exists. Okay. Okay. Let's do it CX, actions caltex, user dependency, 88, save. Okay. CX, user dependency. So what is user dependency, whether we need this or not? Now, this usually depends on your business requirement. So such small checks can have huge impact across the entire landscape in SAP. So we have to have that acute understanding of the entire HCM systems, and that's why HCM consultants are so highly paid. Okay, we'll have to. The setup of a menu for menu guided or system guided transaction in table, or the setup of an info group for a menu table can be defined for individual users. The SPA GPA parameter UGR must be maintained. User group must be maintained. The user default for this purpose. In this field, you can whether menu or info group is user group dependent. It's not user group dependent. This will be universal. Okay, so we'll save it. Sometimes the nomenclature in SAP is confusing. It's not translated well. So you have to actually take extra care and action. Okay. Okay, so this is done. Main menu PA40. Okay. Now we'll go to the main menu /OPA40/O will open up a new window without actually exiting from this part because we are still here and we have to move forward from here onwards. But right now, let's see what PA40 has to offer us and what menus it will show. End user doesn't perform all action types. SU01 parameter, UGR, it will be 10, so remove it and mention 88. Okay. So we have actions called texts that we have just configured. Okay, so we'll come back here again. Let's SU01 VAUSNET SAP change parameters UGR, 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 UGR. User group HR master data. It will be 88. Okay. So that's why we could see in PA40 /n is new session. PA40, we have actions called texts. It's already working now. Okay, main menu PA40 actions have language customizer configured. Select action target, and execute. Actions call text. This is actions call text and execute. Personal admin topics to cover: customizing procedures, PRO, IMG, personal admin, and then what is this? The code word. Let's see what it is. Customizing interfaces. Okay. This is customizing procedures. PA30, pull out any employee, select address info type. So we are actually get the front end gradually, step by step. We are moving towards, scrolling towards the front end now. So a lot of configuration will now make sense for every one of us. Action type, reason for action. Hiring, termination, relocation. Okay. Personnel number, position. Of course, we configured positions like finance manager and executive finance. And then we had HR manager and HR executive, if you remember, and same for the sales. Okay. Action type can be hiring, termination, relocation. Okay. So now let's go back. Personal admin topics to cover. IMG, personal admin, customizing procedures. Personal admin, customizing procedures. Customizing interfaces. So in personal admin, we have these topics to cover: customizing interfaces, personal admin, customizing interface. So we have done the procedures and we are looking at interfaces now. Screen header, screen modifications. Pull out any employee, select address info type. Okay, we'll come back to this one. PA30. Okay. 0215. Address, enter. Address info type. Okay. So we've actually covered all of HCM in these very, very minute details with steps for configuration, so that you don't find any challenge completing this. If you're watching this video, we have tried to cover every molecular detail because HCM itself is a very big engine, if not complex. Okay. If not complex. Change. Select address info type and personal management, personal admin, customizing user interfaces, as change screen header list of info types to customize here. Okay, let's first see what PA30 looks like. Okay, Harold Street, house number 33, Hawali, Sharjah, and okay. So this is how it looks like. You go to the next screen, customizing user interface, change screen header, list of info types to customize here, and change screen modifications, change screen modifications, change screen modifications, screen has T-code, table name, fields, header details, running program that controls the screen. So we have T-code. We have T-code. Where is the T-code? I can't see the T-code. Table name, modification pool, screen, field, header details. Okay. Let's, okay, module, standard. So this is empty. It doesn't explain much of it. Okay. Oh, okay. This is the company code and alternative screen variable key module pool. This is basically the table which has all of these screen segments like company code. These are the fields that will be bundled under in this table, running program that controls a screen. Okay. So we have this table, this field. Okay. Screen has screen number. Yes, screen has a screen number. Okay. And this is standard, required, optional, display, height, initialized. Initialized means it should be filled. It cannot be empty, whether it's a checkbox or a radio button or a text field or any field. Address info type, open its system status. Address info type. Okay. System and system status SAP data T code. Program screen, program GUI, copy the module pool and standard screen number. So this is another good learning that we are having right now, that we can see programs from within. If you see program and GUI, transaction is PA30, and we can copy this. Okay. Screen name, you can copy this. You can navigate. So anyways, select the module pool, select and click on details, standard, required. We've already seen this. PM01 is the next. Okay, this is going and navigating through the ABAP program, which is, of course, in itself an ocean. Okay. PM01. And then we have personnel admin, technical details, develop input type number 94 fields, HOS ID, HOS name, which is house ID, house name, location, and maintain PC3. Creating an infotype is almost rare, as SAP has covered many areas. Custom infotypes built by using number series 9. So if you have a requirement for a custom infotype, if a company requires or a client requires you to make one because their process can be different, or it mandates and dictates to have an infotype that is different from the rest of the industry, then you can start by making an infotype that would start and get initiated with the digit 9, only 9, and 9 onwards. Of course, you can create your own infotypes. Technical consultants also produce a new infotype under functional guidance. So if you're a technical consultant, of course, then you should actually, if you really want to become a technical consultant, then you would know how to create a infotype. Okay, infotype number and 9345. Okay, 9345. T code for creating a new infotype. To check if custom infotype is made or not, SC 11PA39345. So technically speaking, we're creating a structure or table that will have a program that will be based on the number that we choose for the infotype. Okay. So what we'll do is /OSC11 PA 9345. Okay, and display does not exist, so we will have to make one, and that will make one. Okay, 9345. Create infotype PM01, infotype number 9345. We have already made that here. Okay. Generate objects doesn't exist, then create. Generate objects does not exist, create. SC38ZSSD. So access key generator, for those who are looking for access key generator from for SAP, they can get it from this URL. Okay. SEAT package, Zraj, create object. Okay, short description. SAP HR. Okay. This, this is package name. Okay. Next structure, technically copy input type, corrected for quality into 94 points. Then create time constraint on 94 points, then test it to BA30. Develop an input type number 94 with subtypes, transport name 0102 along with fields like transport ID, transport name. Okay. Now over here we have to create. Okay. With fields HOS ID, house ID. Okay, this is a structure PS. Info type, component type, house ID, house name. Or maybe we don't actually select anything right now. House name, location, maintain TC3, maintain, okay. PM01 generate doesn't exist, create. Okay. Save it. Values not allowed. Reference type. Okay, package. Temp, which is local object. What was that? Local object, okay. So that's how you create an info type. CAT, SE38Z, SSD, okay, and SE38. ZSS, ZSSD, ZSSD is not created. SC80 package ZRAJ. SC80. Okay, this is the workbench. We have objects here, giant main functions. Okay. Create object. Function group. Package. Let Raj. Let's see if it is made or not. Does not exist. You want to create. Okay, yes. With top included checked. Short description SAP HR. Okay. And we don't have anything connected with Caltex HCM. So we'll create a workbench. This is workbench, which is that relates with ABAP. So we'll create one. Okay. HCM, Caltex. Customizations. So anything that is technical will be pushed and bundled into this package. Now, packages basically travel. These are pushed from development servers to quality server to then production server. So these basically have all the tools and the customized objects that are pushed all together. So it's just like when you're moving your house and shifting your house, you pull in equipment from your kitchen that is related to the kitchen in one box. Okay, all of your library or office equipment and stuff will be pushed in another carton, and that will be related to each other because books and pens and bags and notebooks, notepads will be pushed in one carton. So kitchen stuff will be different from the office stuff when you are shifting your stuff from one place to another, and that's how it actually works in ABAP, in SAP also. Okay. So login with new user SE38 ZSSD create. We've already made Zraj. Okay. SC38 ZSSD create. Next structure fields technical name. Okay. Executable program. Structure field technical names. Copy existing Infotype character call to into 934 form. Then create time constraint for 934 form. Then test it PA30. Okay. Level Infotype number 9346 was supply transport number. Okay. Save it. Okay, let's close from here. And okay, 9345. Okay. Package temp. It shouldn't be temp. Okay, let's delete this. Package should be Zraj, not temp. Does not exist. Yes, create and is not active. Infotype characteristics. Okay. What we'll have in this infotype is house number and stuff like that. Where is that? PM01 9345. Infotype version. So we're pretty much done here for this lecture. We're just going around and exploring how we can create an infotype. So once you get comfortable with this, you can talk very confidently about infotypes. That will be a good thing for your career, for your interviews, right? So you should have an understanding of infotypes. The infotype version, of course, we can have infotype versions for different countries, and that those different countries will, of course, will have a different set of string structure. So we'll create another 9346 later on. That I would leave it to you, how you would manage to create an infotype, and that is up to you. Okay. Employee, generate objects, technical characteristics. Okay, so we have these details, characteristics that will be pulled in into this infotype. Okay. These are the characteristics. Okay. You can go into the details also. And no entry. It's yet T582A. This is important. Okay. And let's see. SE16N. This is the T code to check what the table contents are. Infotypes customer specific settings. Okay, good. So let's see it in the next one.